This is Chris Videos. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both my TikToks. I'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Friday Night SmackDown March 17th, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Now we kick off the show with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So yeah, Cody Rhodes comes out and he was talking to everyone, talking about what did they want to talk about. He was talking about how he will be in the ring with Roman Reigns and beat him at WrestleMania and all that stuff. So yeah, he was just saying that he will be happy to see Roman Reigns on Raw this coming up Monday and at WrestleMania and all that. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes was saying. But then he says that he got some other stuff to do, and that he has to call out someone, and that someone is Kevin Owens. So he calls out Kevin Owens, and pretty much what Cody Rhodes wants to do is fix the situation between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes was talking about how Kevin Owens did a lot of stuff for him because after he gave his future endeavors to WWE a few years ago, Kevin Owens was the one that helped him out making a living on the independent scene, get him to make new friends like the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and all them. So yeah, Kevin Owens is the reason why Cody Rhodes became successful, part of the reason why he did become successful in the independent scene. So yeah, that's why Cody Rhodes was giving him, some stuff about that. So yeah, he was happy about that. But then he says that he wants to do something for Kevin Owens and the next person, that is Sami Zayn. So yeah, he introduces Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens pretty much didn't want to hear it, and Cody Rhodes starts talking about how, Sami Zayn wants to be on the same page with Kevin Owens. And at one point, Kevin Owens is trying to walk away. He goes like, is this good? Are we good that we don't gotta listen to this now? And Cody Rhodes was talking about how that they are people pleasers, and they're here to please the people in the attendance and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Cody Rhodes was talking about. And then he tells, then Sami Zayn starts expressing his feelings to Kevin Owens, talking about like how they turned on each other multiple times in the past, and they always got back together, being on the same page and all that. Why is this so different now, and everything? So yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying that Kevin Owens that needs to express his feelings to him. If he got to punch him, say anything, say it. That's what Sami Zayn was talking about. But he wants to get on the same page with Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is like, okay, are we done here now? And then he just walks away. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though. But yep, that's what happened between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But later on tonight, Sami Zayn will be in the ring apparently with Jey Uso, a Kansas City showdown later on tonight between those two. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. But up next, we're going to be seeing a mixed tag team match. It'll be Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, versus Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega, Legado del Fantasma, in a mixed tag team match. Up next on SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a mixed tag team match. But before we talk about the mixed tag team match, we gotta talk about a segment that happened at the parking lot. So we see Kevin Owens walk into his car. Sami Zayn comes up, turns him around. He starts expressing what he got to say, talking about forget everything that I said in the ring. I just want my friend back, That's what I really want, is my friend back. We went through hell and back and everything, and I just want you back as my friend. But I just want to tell you, even if we don't even speak anymore, I want to tell you I love you. So yeah, that's what he tells Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens looks at him, and he just decides to get into the car and just drive off. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we get to the first match of the night. It was Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day, versus Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega, Legado del Fantasma, in a mixed tag team match. And this match was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. At one point, we see Zelina Vega hit a nice tornado DDT onto Rhea Ripley, and then she rolled her up for a pinning her, but Dominic Mysterio breaks at the pin at the count of two by pulling her off and everything. We see Santos Escobar fighting off Dominic. Rhea Ripley throws Zelina Vega out the ring. Santos Escobar shot his superplex onto Dominic. Rhea Ripley comes up underneath him, power bombs him, and pretty much Santos a superplex onto Dominic at the same time. Then we see Zelina Vega get back into the ring, jump off the second turnbuckle with a crossbody onto Rhea Ripley, climbs back up there, and then jumps off with a Hurricanrana onto Dominic Mysterio, taking him out the ring. And then that's when Rhea Ripley quickly comes up behind her, grabbing her, and hits a vicious riptide onto Zelina Vega, and then pins her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio defeated Santos Escobar and Zelina Vega tonight in a mixed tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good match, though. For that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good mixed tag team match. So yeah, that's what I'll give it. But then after that, we see Dominic grab the mic and he starts talking crap about his dad and all that stuff. And then the next thing we see is Rey Mysterio backstage and he's walking pretty much to the ring. So yeah, Rey Mysterio comes out and they had exchange some words and stuff. Rey Mysterio's like, "Look, Rhea, do you mind if I talk to my son in the middle of the ring, just ourselves?" And Rhea Ripley backs up and everything. So yeah, Dominic and Rey was talking and everything. Dominic was talking about how Rey Mysterio's a deadbeat dad and all that stuff, how he's a piece of crap and all that, and won't accept this challenge at WrestleMania. And Rey was talking about how he wanted Dom, like how Dom was right, talking about how he wasn't there for his birthdays, graduations, Christmases, and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Rey was talking about. But he says that he wanted to build a better life for his family and all that in the process. So yeah, that's what Rey was talking about. And then he says that even though he wants his son to be right next to him while he's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, he knows that ain't going to happen. And he says even though he wants to beat a punk ass kid's ass at WrestleMania, he can't do that because that's his son. And that's what he says, and then he walks out the ring, and Dominic was trying to push him and stuff again, talking about like, "I told you you're a deadbeat dad and all that. All you taught me was to walk away and all that stuff." So yeah, that's what he was saying, and Rey Mysterio walked backstage. But yep, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though. So yeah, we're still getting pushed out of segment with Dominic and Rey about to face each other at WrestleMania. But up next, it'll be a tag team match. It will be Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Tegan Nox and Emma in a tag team match up next on SmackDown. But later on tonight, we will see Drew McIntyre and Sheamus going against each other one-on-one in a number one contenders match. Winner faces Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, that match is still to come later on tonight. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a tag team match, and winner of this tag team match gets a WrestleMania match at WrestleMania. So yeah, it was a tag team match. It was Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Tegan Nox and Emma in a tag team match, and it was a pretty good tag team match. It was going back and forth and everything. At one point, Raquel was dominating in this match, hits that corkscrew elbow drop onto Emma, pins her 1, 2. Tegan Nox breaks up the pin at the count of 2. That's when Liv Morgan comes in there, hitting a code breaker onto Tegan Nox, taking her out, and then Emma takes out Liv Morgan, throwing her over the top rope and stuff. Emma was doing pretty good. Tries to hit like a Hurricanrana onto Raquel, but Raquel holds on to her, showing her strength off, lifts her up for the Tohada Bomb. Liv Morgan tags herself in. Raquel hits a Tohada Bomb onto Emma, and then Raquel flips her over onto the ropes, and then that's when Liv Morgan hits Oblivion onto Emma, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defeated Emma and Tegan Nox tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. They'll be going to WrestleMania. So yeah, for that match right there, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good tag team match. But yeah, that's what happened right there. But yeah, pretty good stuff right there. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. Because up next, we're going to be seeing the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair in the ring up next. And knowing that, still to come later on tonight, we got Sami Zayn and Jey Uso having the showdown Kansas City later on tonight. And not only that, we got Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Winner of that match will be facing Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, that match is still to come later on tonight. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next segment happened on Friday Night SmackDown. We get to the next segment of the night, so we have the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. She makes her way down to the ring, and she starts talking in the ring, talking about, that this is going to be her 7th WrestleMania going in, and that, out of all 7 WrestleManias, she either went for a championship, like challenge for a championship, or wins WrestleMania as a champion. So yeah, Charlotte Flair says that she is a star and all that stuff, and Rhea Ripley's just wanting to be a star. But the thing is that Rhea Ripley got to beat Charlotte to become champion, to become a star. So yeah, that's what Charlotte Flair was saying. But then she gets interrupted by Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley comes out with Dominic Mysterio, and yeah, Rhea Ripley starts talking about how, like, when she walks backstage, everybody fears her and everything, but the only one that doesn't fear her is Charlotte Flair, and that Charlotte Flair is all right, is completely right, that she gets to beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania to become a star. So yeah, and become the SmackDown Women's Championship. She said that she could have went after Bianca, but she got some unfinished business with Bianca in the near future. But she says that she got to handle her business first with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what Rhea Ripley was saying. And then Dominic Mysterio gets in Charlotte's face and all that stuff, and then that's when Rhea pretty much pushes Dominic out of the way, getting a right hand hook onto Charlotte Flair, attacking her. Rhea Ripley then looks at Charlotte Flair, say, "I'll see you at WrestleMania." Her and Dominic gets out the ring, about to walk up the ramp and everything, up until Charlotte Flair gets out the ring, starts brawling with Rhea Ripley. Both of them going at it and everything. Bunch of referees and security guards had pulled them apart, but it wasn't enough, because then we seen Charlotte accidentally smack one of the security guards with a big boot and everything. And then we see Rhea Ripley grabbing Charlotte Flair, throwing her over the announce table and everything. Bunch of security guards was holding Rhea Ripley back, and that's when Charlotte jumps off the announce table with a crossbody onto Rhea Ripley and the security guards. Both of them kept on brawling outside the ring, went over the barricade and brawled, in the crowd and everything. And then the security guards finally pulled them apart. Charlotte Flair went back into the ring, grabbing the SmackDown Women's Championship, holding it up high. Rhea Ripley starts getting mad, trying to get back over the barricade to get into the ring, but the security guards kept her back. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though, to get this rivalry intense with these two women. So yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see Sami Zayn getting interviewed backstage, and Sami Zayn was talking about how, that if Kevin Owens don't want to deal with him, that's fine. He says that he's going to go in the ring later on tonight, even if Jey Uso will probably beat him down right when he gets into the ring. He says that's fine, but he got to go handle his business anyways. So yeah, that's what Sami Zayn said. But yeah, pretty good stuff. But yeah, up next we're going to be seeing Xavier Woods versus LA Knight 1-on-1 up next on SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a 1-on-1 match. It was Xavier Woods versus LA Knight 1-on-1. And the reason why this match is happening, because earlier today, Xavier Woods is playing games with Madcap Moss, and LA Knight comes up to me, "Oh wow, y'all can beat me up in the game, woohoo, this is why y'all ain't gonna go to WrestleMania, actually face me or anything like that, and you can't even beat me." And Xavier Woods got into his face and got sick and tired of LA Knight, so he says, "How about this, they have a match tonight." So yeah, that's how the match was made. And we'll get to the match. It was a pretty good match. LA Knight was doing pretty good at the ending, taking down Xavier Woods, almost getting a 3 count and all that stuff. But then at the ending, LA Knight lifted up Xavier Woods for a suplex, but Xavier Woods reverses it by rolling him up in the inside cradle, the backwoods, getting the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Xavier Woods defeated LA Knight tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. So yeah, that's what happened there. Or I'll give it 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match, but yeah. But yep, that's what happened there. And then after that, they announced the next inductee into the Hall of Fame for this year. Well, it was already announced on Wednesday, but they announced it tonight on SmackDown as well, as the Great Muta. So yeah, the Great Muta will be getting inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, right next to Rey Mysterio. So yeah, that's what's happening. But yeah, later on tonight on SmackDown, we will see Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus 1-on-1. Winner of that match will be facing Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a one-on-one match. But before I talk about that match, we gotta talk about a segment backstage. And now we see LA Knight about to get interviewed by Kale Braxton up until he sees Rey Mysterio. So he goes up to Rey Mysterio, talking about how he wants a match at WrestleMania. And if Rey Mysterio don't want to be in the match, he said he'll go ahead and beat his son up for him at WrestleMania and all that, because he says, hey, he could be called L.A. Mysterio after that and become a deadbeat father just like him. So yeah, that's what LA Knight said, and then Rey Mysterio punches him in the face. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we get to the next match. It was Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. One-on-one winner of this match will be facing Gunther at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, that's what this match is about. Now, when this match started, we see the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci Imperium coming down. So yeah, they're at ringside, but Gunther's on commentary for this match. And it was a pretty good match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. At one point, we see Sheamus at the knee onto McIntyre. He pins him 1, 2, Drew barely kicking out at 2, and then both of them just laying out each other, hitting right hands on each other, trying to clothesline each other down. They was just beating the hell out of each other. The fans was chanting, "This is awesome," and everything. But then we see both of them turn around, both of them hits their finisher moves on each other. Drew McIntyre hitting the Claymore on Sheamus, Sheamus hitting the Bro Kick onto Drew McIntyre at the same exact time. Both of them's down. The referee's counting, about to count to the count of 10, but he's at the count of 8. Gunther gets on the ring apron. He gets in the ring talking about, y'all want a shot to face me for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania? Well, get on up. So yeah, that's what he was saying. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus gets up, and then they get attacked from behind by Imperium. Imperium's beating them down and stuff, which caused a disqualification and everything, a no contest in a way. So yeah, Gunther and all them was just beating down Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. McIntyre got hit with a drop kick by Gunther, and then Gunther hits a vicious clothesline on a Sheamus after McIntyre and Sheamus tosses out Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci out the ring. And then we see Gunther grabbing Sheamus, powerbombing Sheamus on top of Drew McIntyre on his back while he was on his hands and knees and stuff, laying them both out. So yeah, that's what happened there. Imperium gets out the ring and then about to walk up the ramp, up until we see Adam Pearce popping up on the big screen, and he says that Gunther, last week you say you want to face one of them for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, but it looks like your actions tonight say otherwise. So at WrestleMania, it will be Gunther versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, that's what Adam Pearce said, and that match is now set as a triple threat match for the title at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what's happening there. But next week they have announced that it will be LA Knight versus Rey Mysterio one-on-one next week. But next we're going to be seeing Jey Uso and Sami Zayn in the ring up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Friday Night SmackDown, we get to the next segment. But before I talk about that segment, I forgot to give my match rating for Drew McIntyre and Sheamus' match. I gotta give that match 3 stars is what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match and everything. But yeah, enough talking about that one. Let's get to the next segment. So we got Jey Uso. He's already down there in the ring and everything. But without wasting any time, Sami Zayn comes out and he says to Jey, "You wanted me to pull up, so I pulled up. So what you want?" And then Jey pretty much started spilling his heart out, telling Sami that, that he actually never trusted him in day one. But then, after everything they went through, he started trusting him and everything, that he thought of him like a brother and everything, up until what happened at the Royal Rumble. And then stuff happens, and then he says that family always comes first, and that's what he said. And he calls Sami Zayn a fake-ass oos. So yeah, that's what Jey Uso said. And Sami was like, "You're not mad at me, Jey. You're mad at the fact that I was the one that hit Roman Reigns with the steel chair before you even did. So don't be mad at me because you didn't do what you gotta do first." So yeah, that's what Sami Zayn said. And yeah, Jey Uso had enough, and Jey Uso attacks Sami Zayn. Both of them brawling and everything. So Jimmy Uso comes down, attacking Sami Zayn. So yeah, it was 2-on-1. They was beating down Sami Zayn and throw him out of the ring. Jey Uso grabs the steel steps, hitting Sami Zayn upside the head with the steel steps. They throw him into the ring and stuff. But then Kevin Owens' theme song plays. They're distracted looking at the ramp and everything, waiting for Kevin Owens to come down. Owens came through the crowd, and he's already in the ring. Jey Uso turns around. He gets hit with a clothesline by Kevin, and then Kevin clotheslines Jimmy outside the ring. Kevin Owens is beating down Jey Uso inside the ring. Jimmy Uso comes up, trying to brawl with Kevin Owens, but Owens throws him back out, and then he's beating down Jey again. Jimmy Uso comes back in. He gets hit with a stunner, and then Jey Uso was trying to hit Kevin Owens with a clothesline. Kevin Owens ducks, and then he hits Jey Uso with the pop-up powerbomb, laying him out. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn hugged it out, and Cody Rhodes is watching this on the TV screen backstage. So yeah, that's what happened. Pretty good stuff though. Really good segment. I'll say that was segment of the night right there. Match of the night, I gotta say, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. That match was really good. But for tonight's Friday Night SmackDown, I'll give it 7.5 stars as well. Give it at least storyline wise. The storylines has been pretty good with the bloodline stuff. So yeah, really good stuff tonight with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens reuniting and everything. So yeah, really good stuff. But yeah, like I said, match of the night, Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. But yeah, for tonight's episode Friday Night SmackDown, like I said, I give that SmackDown 7.5 stars. But yeah, like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both my TikToks. It'll be down there in the description box, and I'll see you guys later for this Monday's Monday Night Raw reviews. See you guys later. Until then.